our motor is going to sit about right here. I think that's got it about right. So that fits in there nicely with the new. Welcome back to the Workbench, where we try to make things. And what we're continuing to try to make today is Revell's Ford FD-100 pickup, the Foose design kit they put out a while back, but we're doing it quite a bit different. And if you'd like to get caught up on those differences, just check the description down below. There's a link there to a playlist. You can get completely caught up. Also, I just want to mention one more time, there's also a link to Starbond CA glue. They make what I consider to be the best CA glue, what's considered in the woodworking world the best CA glue. Trying to bring this glue into the model building community also. So if you would, please go check that out. Go check the link out down below. There's also a code TCTV10 where you can get 10% off your purchase there at Starbond CA glue. So go check that out if you would. But what we're working on today, or what we're working on in between yesterday and today, I guess I should say, is I wanted to put in our new inner fender wells. We need to get new inner fender wells built because we've got a whole different motor going in. We've got, in our chassis, we've got notches that come up. It's very different. And so what I thought we would use, or what we could use, is the inner fenders out of the Bronco. So this is the Bronco kit. If you're new to the series, we're using a bunch of stuff out of a Bronco kit that we're incorporating into the FD-100 kit. So I thought, well, why don't we just incorporate the inner fender wells also? But you can see they're pretty plain. There's just not much to them. So what I did instead is pulled the inner fender out of a Mercedes-Benz. So these inner fenders, in fact, let me show you the full fender, the one that I haven't cut up yet. These were out of a Mercedes kit that I had a long time ago that I built up. I built it up years and years and years ago. Then I accidentally stepped on it. Long story, but I did. And so it's kind of just been a kit I threw into the scrap bin, and I've been using parts out of it ever since. And now we're using the inner fender wells. They were connected. I cut them apart. I've got this one cut way down. You can see we're not actually even using that much of the fender well. Mainly what I wanted to use, which I thought is going to be really cool, is the upper strut mounts. So now what I'm going to do, instead of building in strut mounts to the chassis, I'm just going to use these upper strut mounts to tie in our airbag setup. And I think that's going to look even better. It's going to look more scale, more real, more, I don't know, just better, I think. Let me know what you think down in the description, but I think this will be pretty cool. Doing it that way too, I don't know if I even need, I'm going back and forth whether I even need upper A-arms or not. I could just do an upright setup, and then with the strut tied in here and then into the lower A-arm. Let me know the best way to do that. You guys might know better than me. Let me know down in the description. I can leave. The only reason I'd want to pull those upper A-arms out is just to give more room for the strut style airbag. Anyways, let me know what you think down in the description. But I thought we'd take a closer look at what it kind of took to get this inner fender to work here. So basically, as you can see, I just am using, I'll use the one that's not cut here, but I'm using just the area right around that strut cup, that upper mount there, and then kind of the detail parts, because I'd like to have this, like this passenger side has a fuse box, so that's kind of cool to have. The driver's side, it has what looks to me, I think it's supposed to be the power steering reservoir, so that's kind of cool to have these details to easily incorporate in. And so I cut that out, and I basically just shaved and whittled it down and shaved it down until I got it to kind of fit into what was left of our original inner fenders, which I've left in there again. I've left these parts of the original inner fender because, as you can see here, like where I'm building in this part of the new inner fender, let me make sure you can see what I'm looking at. So I'm building in this part here, but I have this line. Hopefully you can see that. I have this line or this edge left from the original fender. So I know that's where I need to take this part back to, because that's what's going to tie in to the firewall. And up front, I've left that in because it ties into this core support here. So it makes sure that all this stuff is in alignment as it should be. And then what I'm talking about is this part here. I've left that. So now I can, and also it gives me places to tie in the new stuff. So you can see that this kind of flat piece that's going to go here for the inner fender, I was able to glue and tie that into the original part of the inner fender, right? So that's why I like to leave kind of original, as much original as I can, so that I know everything's going to fit. And at least that's my theory. You know, I could have gone in, cut all of this, just cut all of that out, and then tried to just, you know, let's use this for example. I could go in and cut all of this out, and then try to place this in, and then try to make it work with the firewall. But if I have, you know, try to make it work with the core support, try to make it work with the firewall, make sure nothing moves, all that kind of stuff. But if I have that those original pieces to use, it gives, I don't have to, it's less work I have to do to make that work in. But you can see the black part here, that is the, all that we're using from the inner fender to make it work. And then I'm building in with styrene, the back side here, just a front piece here, and then molding. You can see I've started the process of just molding it in. And I think it's gonna look pretty cool, pretty good. The other thing I did have to do, and I wanna mention, and why I went just flat like this right here. One, because it's kind of easy. And don't worry, I'm gonna round all this in and mold it in also, and it needs to be cut way down. So I need to shape this in here, and it's gonna be shape in around our frame rails, all that. But it gives me a flat surface because I want to make sure and be able to, I mean, obviously we have to have a radiator go in here. And so with that flat surface, I can get the original radiator to fit in, which I don't know if I'm going to use this original radiator. And if I do, I don't know if I'm going to use these fans. I might shave those off and put aftermarket fans on it just so they'll look a little better. But anyway around, I know a radiator is going to fit, right? I know I'm going to be able to get a radiator in here. It fits pretty shallow. So that should be okay. And the other thing that I wanted to point out, our motor sits, let me get us lined up to the camera. Our motor is going to sit about right here. I think that's got it about right. So that fits in there nicely with the new fender wells. I think it's going to look good. We've got a little bit of a wiring harness that I think is what's coming off right here. I'll probably continue that out. In fact, I'll probably take it down or so. I don't know. I'd like to try to tuck it away, or I might just actually kind of get rid of it. I don't know what we'll do, but I do like having all these details. It's going to look really nice. The other thing that I was working on just real quick that I wanted to mention was I'm still working on the notch in the firewall. It doesn't look like much at the moment. Probably can't even tell what's going on. But what I've done is I put in a piece of styrene, thin styrene. I was able to bend it so it actually curves back this way, if that makes sense. So it's going to put a curve in it, like it has a curve in it like this, so that when the motor, which I don't want to sit in there, I don't want to get it dirty, but when it sits in there, it'll follow, that notch will follow the curve of the backside of the air intake here. So it'll follow that curve, which I think will look really nice. And again, I've got it puttied in, and then I'm just going to smooth all this out. And I think that'll look pretty nice with that curve coming back in there like that. And in fact, it actually kind of goes like this. Anyways, we'll be able to see that a lot better on Monday because I'm going to do a ton of work on this over the weekend. I'm also going to try my best to complete the Oldsmobile so that we can have that to see. And I'd like to have it done. I just like try to get kits completed. And I really dig the Oldsmobile, so I want to get it completed. So between that and just doing a ton of work on this, I've got a lot to do this weekend. I'm going to finish smoothing out that firewall. Which that won't take too much work, but I'll get that done. I need to get this finished out, and then I want to start working on doing essentially the passenger side of the car. So that'll have the inner fender on the driver's side. It'll have the fender, the bed on the driver's side done. So I want to start working on the passenger side, because otherwise I'll procrastinate, keep putting it off, and never get to it. So I want to get it done now while it's still fresh in my mind. I still have all the little pieces to use as templates to get that done. So that's all stuff I'll be doing this weekend. So I think Monday we're going to have we should have a very big update on Monday. So make sure and come back. And if you're not subscribed, make sure and subscribe so that it'll be there waiting for you on Monday. Hit that notification bell so you'll get notified for it on Monday. If you've enjoyed this, hit the like button. I really do appreciate it. Also, go check out that Starbond link down in the description if you need some good CA glue and a 10% discount. Check down in the description. TCTV10 is your discount, and there's a link there. But let me know what you think down in the comments. I want to hear what you have to say. Let me know what you think about the inner fender and how that's going to turn out. I know it's looks just a mess at the moment, but let me know what you think. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that hype button, hit all those buttons. Do all those things everybody tells you to do on YouTube. And I got to get to work. I'll see you guys on Monday. Bye-bye.